What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the NDT Squared Circle Sessions. I want to hit our comments right away. Robbie, my guy, it's good to see you.
What is up,
and at 'em.
homie?
Hopefully, all is well. It's nice to see that you're home. Robbie was the guy that we were discussing, had his motorcycle accident. He's lucky to be with us. We're very grateful for that. So, Robbie, hope you get a speedy recovery here, my guy. And look forward to having you on again.
Welcome back, sir.
Yes. Welcome
We
back.
missed you.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Hopefully, you didn't lose your wit.
Excuse me, this is an early start.
That's bullshit. It's 7:03.
He usually wants. I'm pushing his metal here. I'm like, listen, we're done with your nonsense. We're starting on time. So I think StreamYard updated. The comments are a little different.
Mm-hmm.
No, Robbie, you'll never lose your wit, my man. So we're really happy you're okay. We're glad you're making the recovery and you're home resting and getting better. Folks, we will repost the GoFundMe account for Robbie here in the next couple of hours when we get everything's done. So, all right, Justin, what do you want to talk
about? Nice, Cody Rhodes.
See what I did there?
I see what you did there. I guess
where do you want to start?
Dude, SmackDown's a fucking terrible show right now, by the way.
Except the end.
Can we start there?
Sure. Let's fast forward to the end. No.
The White Snakes, yeah.
I just hope they don't drop the ball with these guys again.
They have to link them up with Alexa. It has to happen.
Yeah. So I hope they don't drop the ball. I mean, they came back last year around the same time, just before Money in the Bank. So I really hope they don't screw this up.
The way they did it again with the birthday cake on Bray's birthday.
Epic tribute to Bray. Epic tribute to Bray. Opie, why do you say Raw's worse than SmackDown?
Right. This time of year sucks because it's a lot of tournament shows coming up. Because you got the Money in the Bank qualifiers, and you're going to have King of the Ring qualifiers. It's a boring time right now for stories. That's why they have a couple big ones.
And I had an epiphany the other day. I'm cringing when they do the Crown Jewel. Because if they do like last year when they did the Crown Jewel Championship, if it's Cena versus Jey Uso.
I think Crown Jewel's in Australia this year, isn't it?
I don't care where it is.
Well, that's a Saudi belt. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
If they do that, does that make him an 18-time champ?
Or do you let Jay beat him?
I was thinking about that. I was like, oh, it's terrible. Yeah, Chris is right. Perth, Australia. But still, like, if they do that, I don't know. I think it'd be a hell of a match for the women who are absolutely killing the show. They're doing great. They are working hard. So
they need their own show now.
It's kind of getting to that point. You know?
Wednesday night women, Saturday night Samoans.
Yeah, but SmackDown wasn't really. I mean, Julia qualified for the Money in the Bank match. She beat Zelina Vega and Charlotte Flair. I mean, there wasn't really much else that stood out to me.
Candice LeRae came back.
Yeah. When did that happen?
No, she actually came back during
the end.
No, she came back before that. She came back during Ciampa's match.
Oh, that's right. You're right. Right.
And then they ran down again. She was literally only there because Nikki Cross was coming back.
Chris, I agree with you. There's better storylines on SmackDown because really the only storyline that anyone's even interested in on Raw is the Bronson Reed, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker CM Punk Roman Reigns stuff. And that's really all it is right now. So, and I heard Roman's coming back on Monday. So I'm interested to see where he interjects himself before Money in the Bank. Like, hope and pray we don't get another stupid tag match.
When? Monday night?
At Money in the Bank. Seth qualified for Money in the Bank match. I can see them putting Punk and Roman against Bronson and Breaker.
Oh boy.
Just putting it out there.
Do they have the spots for it though? You got the 2 Money in the Bank matches that are going to be.
That's going to tie 12 people up.
Pretty long.
Right. But if you do the math, that's 6 matches right there that they potentially could have. They pull away because you got 12 people tied up in 2 matches. They're really not promoting anything else.
Cena.
There's a tag match.
Cody.
Cena, Cody, and
Jay and Logan.
Jay Logan.
Versus Cena, Logan versus Jay.
Right. Yep. So you got 3 matches right there. That's it. I think they're going to do something else. You got to have Roman on your PLE. You got to have Punk on your PLE. What better way to do it? There's some kind of angle on Monday night where Roman comes back, assists Punk. Tag match.
See, I'd like to see Punk in Money in the Bank.
Yeah, but
because Rollins is already in.
Correct.
So I think you might see Roman come down and maybe blow up Seth's plan to stop Punk from getting in.
Or he comes down after they've already screwed Punk. But I see what you're saying. It's the same brainwave. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Lyra and Becky, too. For the Intercontinental belt.
That one's good. I like that one.
It's probably going to be the best match on the show.
No, those Money in the Bank matches are just...
They are good spots.
They do.
Spots they have, but I'm saying overall, these girls are doing well, dude. They are kicking ass and taking names. So I'm really proud of the women's division. Do you want to talk about the elephant in the room that just happened? Who's coming up? I mean, do we want to wait? I already know what's happening. And Jordan Grace.
Dropped her belt last night.
Yep. I saw the reaction. Like, oh my God, I can't believe she dropped it. No, it's writing was on the wall of that.
I don't think they told anybody though, because I don't know what Samantha Irvin used to do, the announcer, like his face was just like.
And see, I like that. They probably told Stephanie a few minutes before the match, this is what's happening because you're going to Raw. I like when they keep stuff secrets, man. Like it's totally the dirt sheets and the internet.
They told whoever that JC.
I don't think so, because the look on her face.
She thought that was because even you could even see like in the pin, she was ready to sell.
Yep. She did business for her, and it was funny to watch. I thought the same thing. I was like, she didn't know this was coming. So it was pretty cool. Kudos to her. Chris is excited about Vaquera, I guess.
I'm excited to see what they do with her.
I hope they don't drop the ball. She's too hot to screw up. She's got a really good gimmick going for her, so we'll see. But
all right. I'd love to see her and Rhea team up.
Yeah. I'm over Rhea.
You watch your fucking mouth, sir.
I'm just saying. I like Rhea, don't get me wrong, but it's time where she's kind of taken away from the main event picture for a little while. Let these other girls go. I hope they put it like she's in the Money in the Bank the Money in the Bank match. I hope they use her now to put somebody else over for the time being.
I think she's there to put Roxy over right now.
I'm afraid that they're going to build themselves another Charlotte Flair situation with her. You don't want that. So, all right, we're jumping around. Before we get to Raw, let's talk about Saturday Night Main Event. The 5 matches that we were allowed to see.
And the 45 minutes of commercials.
Dude, it was so bad. We'll start Priest and Drew. What'd you think about their cage match? It wasn't what I thought it was going to be.
Nope. It was like it kind of reminded me of the Sammy KO.
Yes, but well, yeah.
Like under just the underwhelming. I expected a lot more out of them. I get like Drew's put himself through fucking hell over the past year. So I mean,
Robbie,
it is what it is, but
Robbie, you missed the matches. Go back on Peacock and you can probably watch Main Event again. I think it's still on there. It was just it's glorified episode of SmackDown. It's really what it turns out to be. Zelina Vega and Chelsea Green for the W Women's title.
It was a good match. I thought it was sloppy though.
There was some spots that were kind of like, ooh. But, I mean, overall good.
Good match, yeah.
Yeah. Jey Uso, Logan Paul. I was thinking for about 5 minutes, and I think you were along the same lines, that they were going to strip that title from Jey for a few minutes.
I thought that was a pretty good match.
Why?
I thought they worked pretty good together.
I thought it was a lot slower paced, and I'm not sure if it's because
it's because Jey can't keep up.
Right, and the only thing I'm going to give Logan Paul credit for, I should give this guy freaking credit, because he's a good wrestler.
He is.
He's very talented. I just don't like him in general. I guess that's his job, but he did slow the pace. He did adapt to Jay's pace of play, for lack of a better term. So I'll give him his credit for that. You want to talk about Ron Cena and John Cena?
Ron Cena stole the show.
Dude, that was awesome to see his shirt and just seeing his entrance with his music, and it was just pure comedy, but truth, he's amazing.
I love the fact Cena let him do it.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
I was disappointed. I don't know if anybody else is watching this now knew this. I didn't find out till the day before. I did not realize it wasn't for the title.
All right.
Like, why do you?
I wish they would have put Ron Cena over, since it wasn't for the belt.
Right, and maybe that's what they were trying to do, is plant that seed. But why wouldn't you just let him have his title shot at that point? You know he's not going to win anyway. Let the crowd think that he might win, and just let it go.
I love that he did the 5-knuckle shuffle.
The
AA.
Yep. So the big one, Rollins, Breaker, Zayn, and Punk. This was kind of cool. I like the end. It was a good match. Those guys work together. They're professionals.
They're amazing.
Yeah. The big return of Big Bronson Reed, who,
kudos to him.
If I was that guy, I would have never got up on that top rope and tried to do another tsunami ever in my life. Like, I know he did it off the top of the War Games cage and broke his ankle in a million pieces, but I would have never done that shit again. You know, it's like when you put your finger on the stove and you burn it. I'm not doing that again.
Yeah, dude. I mean, what was it? 6 months? 6 months ago, he shattered that fucking ankle.
Yeah.
And he's a huge human being.
Yep.
Jesus. Good for him.
Hold on, I'm typing something out here.
May need to get that Ron Cena shirt also.
All right, so they'll talk to me about Raw.
I mean, it's tournament Raw. It's dead. Like I hate this time of year. I love the show Money in the Bank. I hate how they get to it. It's just a time filler. And Raw really does have what? It has Becky, Lyra. I mean, a married couple is making Raw worth watching right now.
True.
Becky and Seth. So, but Becky Lyra, I think's. I hope it's almost over. I'm kind of tired of it.
Okay, I think it did that. Sorry, I was doing something.
Zoned out.
No. You'll see if it works. So, I'm trying to get Steven here.
Oh boy. Sure, my shoulder. First thing I did after my last rehab was also being an idiot.
What did you say?
I think most guys are like that.
We're thrilled, Jack. We're tired. It's been a long week.
Yeah, I'm tired.
It's been a long week and it's only Wednesday.
It's been a long day.
Well, yeah, you haven't slept yet.
No. We're on 29 hours.
I don't know how you do it. I really don't. Did you
Just get used to it.
Did you rate Rollins' outfit?
6. It's
Oh, see, I thought that was like an 11. He looks like such a pimp.
I mean, I like the new style. It's just I don't know. I like the big, wild shit he used to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get used to it.
Yeah,
but I do think the faction as a whole looks real slick.
Yeah, it does. It's. See, I wish they would do more of this to a degree. The tag team divisions are kind of meh, but if the factions, I like them. I've always liked them, like DX. The APA, the Shield, obviously one of my favorites, in the Wyatts. So I'm hoping they, like I said, they don't drop the ball with the Wyatts. But this faction with these three guys, maybe fourth one, has really got the potential to do a lot of good things. So we'll see what happens.
The power that's in that faction right now.
But I already see the cracks with Breaker. I don't think it's going to last long.
It's going to be at least a year.
You think? I don't think it's going to last that long.
Heyman told you it'll be through WrestleMania 42. And then
Monday.
What's up, Steve?
Justin, Aaron, hello.
We finally got you here. I'm so happy right now.
Yeah.
Did you have a margarita?
How is that? Is that good?
It's actually really good. It's like it's Corona with like a little lime juice, a little orange juice in it. It's like it has a really good taste to it. I like it. It's gonna be my drink of the summer, probably. Like gonna drink a whole had like 8 of these at the day party the other day, as I showed you guys in a group chat. Like yeah, so it's like yeah yeah. Let's talk some
wrestling.
some wrestling.
So
Yeah.
when we come down for Stacy's SummerSlam pool party, I'm gonna get us a floating cooler.
Mm-hmm.
We'll fill that bitch with ice, and we're gonna put those drinks in there. Cause I want to try one. You and I'll float around the pool.
Oh yeah, yes. Stacy's enormous Shout out to Stacy.
Well, I saw you comment, and I kind of like went radio silent for a minute. I felt bad for Justin. I'm like, shit, Steve's free. Let me just put the link in and send him an invite so he can come hang
It
out
was
with
a
us. So
fish out of
this is
water. I was like,
this is what I was doing, people. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. This is what I was trying to get Steve in here. So okay, all right. So listen, we'll go backwards a little bit. I know you. We're going to discuss probably all this next Tuesday. But what did you think of main event?
So, oh man, like the commercials. There were like I was there for the commercials, and then all the wrestling that got in the way of the commercials really kind of brought me down, guys. I don't know about you. Um,
This is why I love you.
I was like, look, man, I have to see this Wagovi commercial one more time. I have to see. I have to see it. I just, like I don't know. I understand you got to pay the bills, But to go on the wrestling part of it, we had mentioned, and I had mentioned, Big Bronson Reed being a part of this Dangerous Alliance 2.0, because then you can spin it to where it's like, hey, after I jumped off the cage, nobody called. Where were you guys at? You know who reached out to me? Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman reached out to me. So then that's why I'm joining them or whatever like that. So I liked it. I was like really excited. I popped something serious when I saw Bronson Reed. I was like, yes. I was like, this works. This is great for him to be an additional person. And I'm not 100% sure they're done with this. I hope they're done. 'Cause I think this is a nice group just as is. But they might add to the group. Not sure. So we'll see. I love the the welcome to death row picture that it's funny, like the Suge Knight, Dr. Dre, Snoop, and
Yes,
Tupac picture.
yes.
I was like, yes, Heyman gets it. Heyman gets it. I'm sorry. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see. I don't have the new Astros hat, but I have a Astros hat on, so I can do that. Uh, um, so I don't have the new ones in the other room. This one I'm never more than 5 feet away from an Astros hat. So that's just this, like but anyway, I like what they're doing with this group. I think I love the slow play. It's like Rollins doesn't need the title right away. Um you can slowly build it up. I'm interested to see with Money in the Bank being like in 10 minutes, literally. Um I want to see who, because something's going to happen in Money in the Bank with this tag match.
Right.
Who comes
No
back?
doubt.
I don't know. Something. They're definitely setting something up. They're setting the table for something. It's like, where's Roman? Cody came back. Like, where's Roman? I don't know. He just bought a new house apparently, so it's like he might be getting settled in his new home. I don't know, but Zelina Vega. I'm just gonna move on. Zelina Vega. Um, Look, God bless her. She's been getting a lot of heat for like that 619 getting away from her. You know what I'm saying? And Chelsea gets it. Chelsea understands like, hey, bleep happens um in the ring and stuff like that. But I thought it was a pretty decent match. There were some spots where like but like I think it was a pretty decent match. But like Zelina Vega, I don't know, guys. I think we have an issue with this US championship for the women. Um I just I don't know. It's You don't want to put. I feel like Bailey would be perfect for this, but she's gonna be dealing with Becky and Lyra over there on Raw and stuff like that. I feel like somebody like Bailey who can like what Becky is doing for the IC championship. The United States Championship needs that, I think. Now Chelsea was doing a hell of a job. She was a great first champion, and like Zelina Vega seemed just as shocked as anybody when she won. Um, so that was that. Um, I care not to really get too deep into the Logan Paul Jey Uso match, just because I mean it was Jey Uso and Logan Paul, and it was that we talked about this like on backstage business. It was like Jay gets stuff in, Logan gets stuff in, whatever, who cares? Like drink prime, but like John Cena and Truth were fantastic. It was what
100%.
I wanted. Is what I wanted out of that match. It was just like look, just let them go out there and just do this. Just let them go out there and, as I say all the time, just let them go out there and hoop. Just let them go out there and ball. Just let them have fun, so to speak. And look, Truth, for a guy who's like in his 50s, I think he's like 52, 53 years old, he still can move around the ring better than some people who are younger than him. His ring presence, just the selling ability, like his promo on SmackDown was really good.
Yes.
It got me invested. It was just again, Truth is the epitome of a professional. He is a professional wrestler, and he gets it. He went out there and sold the match, a match that a lot of people probably just brushed off. And I was like, you know what? I'm cautiously optimistic about this match, and those guys delivered. Um, but the biggest thing I want to say with this Saturday Night Main Event is the parent company, TKO, Endeavor, whatever, like you want to call it, whatever, like that. Like, if you're a UFC fan, they do like these fight nights. That like there's UFC going on almost every weekend, and then they might take a couple weekends off a year. And I feel like, and this is something I talked with my wife about yesterday, I feel like Saturday night's main events are becoming the WWE equivalent to fight nights. Saturday Night Main Event was something that should have been maybe like, hey, remember Saturday Night's Main Event, guys? Like, we're bringing it back, because like, remember, like, it was like, hey, Cody, like, Triple H, I'm gonna let you bring back the Wing Eagle belt for one night. That's it, one night on. And they built it up to where it's like, yeah, we're not gonna do this a whole lot. But then when they announced the next one, and then there's two more, and then there's another one, and it's like I feel like what made Saturday Night Main Event special. I remember as a kid, like, it was like, oh, no Saturday Night Live tonight. It's Saturday Night Main Event, baby.
Yeah,
Oh yes, it was special. It was something like unique.
You
And
stay up late and
he
watch the show.
you stay up late and watch the show. It's like, hey, I was used to watching like wrestling challenge and superstars in the middle of the day on Saturday. You know, showing my age a little bit there, but it's like,
No, I'm with
it's,
you. I was the same way.
so Saturday Night Main Event, it was like, what? Wow. And even still, when they brought it back the first time, it was like, oh man, this is gonna be great. Like, bring back all the old school, like presentation stuff like that. But now it's like, I feel like it's kind of losing the luster and losing like the thing that made it special. It's like you just keep having them and keep having them, keep having them. And I said it's very similar to what UFC does, where it's like any given Saturday, you put on ESPN around 8:30, you might see a prelim or like a fight night or something like that. That's just what they do now. And it's just
Look how they sell it too. They're selling like package deals for a full weekend. You get SmackDown, you get a UFC fight, you get
Mhm.
Saturday night's main event, and you get Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, and they tried to like wedge NXT in this big Tampa blowout weekend, but those prices for that NXT were way too expensive, and people were like, whoa, wait a minute, and that's why NXT last night was at the PC where it normally is because they're like, hey, and then we'll throw NXT in too, and it's like just a regular NXT, and you're charging like $200-$300 a piece for it. It's like, okay, well, good luck with that,
All right.
but
So nice segue because I was going to ask you, did you watch NXT last night?
I did.
Okay. So do you think that JC Jane, when she lost the title, did she know she was going over?
I mean, look at what my middle name is. Okay, like she knew. She sold it like the rent was due. Though I think she knew. You know,
I don't think anybody knew
It was tough because she looked
because
like she
that
was just getting
camera
ready to
went to
come off.
that ring announcer, the ring announcer,
they're
and he
selling
was
it.
just like
They're selling it, guys. They're selling it, and I think they
NXT
saw. I think
though?
a ring announcer. Why would a camera
he
lock on
he
him?
he might not have known. That's the thing. Is like
His face looked just like JC Jane's.
So Samantha Irwin was, she one thing she always said, she was like, I don't like to know the outcome
Right.
of the matches.
Right.
So I can give a legit like reaction like everybody, like the fans and stuff like that.
Her
So
response was
Mike,
organic.
yeah, yeah. So Mike might not have known. Mike's out there doing his thing, and that's why he was like, and the winner and knew.
But like his face was the exact same face that Jane had on when she realized she won.
Yeah, she just looked like
I
she was a
don't
little
think
more
she could
shocked than
fake
normal.
it.
a little more shocked than normal, or like again, like I understand what you guys are saying, but it's like a little more shocked than normal, or just little like selling it, like just like me. Well, I can't believe I
I
beat
th-
Stephanie Vaquer. Like
I
it could
feel
be
like
that.
that was organic. I don't think that was forced. I don't think that was acting. I don't think she knew.
Like I said, I think she knew, but again, it's like so. If she didn't know, then what's the fallout from that? It's like, well, Stephanie was like, did Stephanie not know? I mean, did they just go
I
out
think
there and just?
Stephanie was the only one who did
I think
know.
Steph might have known, and they just put her over to surprise her a bit. I mean, it's the worst kept secret that they were going to put Stephanie up on the main roster soon.
Yeah, now see now I can see that, but I think it was I think it might have been like JC, like maybe the end of the match was up in the air. They had the whole match until the end, and then like she gets hit with the 619 again, and then so then like maybe she didn't know, but I just think is again because I think you know we pull the curtain back a lot. I think she knew, and I think she was just really selling it. But she, like again, she was selling it like the rent was due. If she didn't know, good. Like because again, there's a scenario in which the only two people who knew were Sean and Stephanie. Those could have been the only two people who knew. What I did like is something that I saw when Stephanie was going out to the ring, how she passed up all the talent. And I think that was intentional because it was like, look, Stephanie's going up, but hey, everybody, she's passing by Lash Legend and Soul Rooka and Nikita Lyons and all this stuff. Like, so it's just like I think that was like, hey, it was like, oh, here comes, here she comes one last time walking through. It's like, hey guys, like, yeah, it sucks that Stephanie's going up, but it's like there's still plenty of talent down at NXT,
Oh
plenty.
yeah,
It is an embarrassment of riches what they have in the women's division at
It
NXT.
really
It
is.
is because it's like, yeah, you've lost Roxanne, you've lost Julia, you're losing Stephanie, you're losing Jordan Grace. Look no further than the North American women's match at Battleground. Saul Rooker and Kalani Jordan, they, they put on a show. And these are two women who down the line could have a rematch for the NXT Women's Championship. So it's just you have that. You have JC Jane. You have like you have so much other talent in the women's division. And like I say all the time, NXT is a women's promotion, guys.
it is
So
100%. They're running into. They're going to have some issues soon.
Mhm.
Where are you going to put them all?
Where you gonna put them on? And this is why the TNA thing is great.
Women
Be-
Wednesday. Samoa. We've been through this. Samoan Saturday, Women Wednesday.
Yeah, we've been talking about this for quite some time. The Samoans are going to have their own show anyway.
oh
So,
man.
so I'm going to take a page out of Steve's book and do a shout out for the War Raiders by Clash of Clans. Like we haven't talked about them yet. So Steve loves those guys.
Yeah. The War Raiders presented by Clash of Clans. Yeah. That's their
All right.
official name. Mhm.
So I'm going backwards because you came in late. What did you think about the Wyatts returning?
I thought it was great. I mean, eventually they're gonna have to return, and to return on like look, I got goosebumps when I put two and two together and realized I was because at first I was like, look, I had a few. So I was a couple sheets to the win. Not three, maybe like 1.5 sheets to the win. But then when I realized, like, I was like, the birthday cake. The birthday cake. And then I realized like earlier in the day I had saw a tweet about like Bray Wyatt's birthday, and I was like, oh my god, I got goosebumps immediately. I was like, oh, well, that's good. Like that's great. They had to come back. What they do again, it's like they had one of the best entrances, introductions to a group ever with the backstage stuff, whatever. And then what do you do after that? And it's like what I don't want them to become is like the boogeyman. It's like, ooh, here comes the Bray, here come the Wide Six, and then now they're gone, and then you don't see them for 3 weeks,
Yeah.
Or 3 months, whatever, like that. It's like I
Like
don't
they
want them to be
did
like this.
the
Yeah,
first time around.
yeah, exactly. I don't
Well,
want that. It's like they are too talented, they're too good to just be used as like this. boogie boogie boogie, like, just no, don't do that. It's like I would like to see them every week, or like I would like to see them consistently, because once again I talked about like NXT. Look, SmackDown's a tag team show. It is the showcase for tag teams. It seems like that is where
Really
they're putting the
is.
tag teams. It is like, the women on
Tag
NXT.
Team Tuesday.
Tag Team Tuesday. Put SmackDown back on Tuesday. Tag Team Tuesday. There you go. We're solving problems here. Like, but I need to see more of them. I would like to see them consistently, and you throw them into a already crowded tag team division where it's just like, we need the draft. We talked about this all the time in group chats on various shows like that. We need a draft. We need this thing to even out, because it's just. I made a joke about like the tag match on Raw. I was like, well, here's 75% of the Raw tag team division in one match.
Yes, you did. You did and you weren't wrong.
And I'm not wrong.
You were not wrong at all.
This is how
So,
bad the tag team like situation is on Raw, where 75% of the tag teams on that show were all in one match on Monday.
yeah.
Like I said this a lot, and I keep saying it, tag team wrestling matters. Some of my favorite memories growing up were tag team
Yes.
matches. You know, and the fact that tag team wrestling doesn't matter as much as it used to, it really breaks my heart, because I remember, like, I mean, Road Warriors, Demolition's probably my favorite tag team of all time. I mean, just like the Hart Foundation. I
The
mean, just
hearts.
it's just like, you don't have that anymore. The
The
Steiner
closest
brothers.
thing
Like,
you have to that is New Day,
what's you have it at his New Day.
and it was the Usos.
It's the old day now.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's just, there needs to be some evening out, because like the New Day are just like, they have wasted this New Day heel turn. Like,
Oh,
so, like
absolutely.
it's just stupid now. It's like it had a spark when it started, but now it's like, I don't know. I just feel like they realize, like, uh I don't know, like, they're so SmackDown is the tag team show. NXT the women's show. Raw is just like the variety hour. Just like we come out, we do a little this, do a little that. Now, think one thing about Raw, and this is where I'm gonna like steer this ship right off the path here. So, I want to ask you guys, Tom Segura, who I actually like. I think he's a funny guy, but it's like his did Burt drag him there, because he looked like he did not want to be there on Raw. Um, I think his comments about wrestling have been plastered all over social media and stuff like that. And again, it's like, you guys remember the dark days of the Raw guest host.
Hmm.
Um, man, I got a flashback to that era, and I was like, what? But then again, it's Netflix. It's like, hey, this guy has a show on Netflix.
I think that's why he was there.
Yeah, this guy has a show on Netflix. You're watching Raw on Netflix. Hey, it's just, stuff like that. Just I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Just,
Stop shaking the same tree. It's really all they're doing.
I
You're not going to get any more money out of it. The guy's already on Netflix.
yeah. It's like that. Him being on Raw isn't going to make me watch the show
Right.
anymore. It's not. But they're trying to bring it in, and it's like, hey, but again, like UFC, where UFC loves to be like, and look who's here tonight. Blah 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 blah. Person who is famous in town, we're in tonight, is here tonight. And it's like, actor from show on Netflix that I've never watched is here. And it's just like, it's not needed. It's like, I'm not there for that. I'm there for this here. But like,
It's becoming very UFC with all the celebrities at a basic Monday Night Raw show.
yeah. And like I said, they have stood back for long enough. And now finally you're starting to see UFC, TKO, whatever you want to call it. Like, you're starting to see them kind of run WWE the way they run their other company. and you can like it's subtle things, or they were doing subtle things at first, and now they're hitting us upside the head with the jackhammer. You know what I'm saying, or with a sledgehammer, because it's just like International Fight Week is in Vegas. They have International Fight Week in Vegas every year, and now Vegas is this company's home base now, so they want to have everything in and around Vegas. And yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if it's like, hey, WrestleMania is going to be in Vegas this year. It's going to be in WrestleMania is going to be in Nashville in a couple of years, but then back home to Vegas. And it's just, I think that's the part of the story we're in now,
What
where
is
it's
it?
just they're trying to centralize these events, because UFC has International Fight Week in Vegas every week. They have the Garden Show every year. They go over to Saudi Arabia once a year. So I mean, like they have to. Don't get me started on that. I'll save that for another
Sell
show.
them as
Um,
a package deal.
yeah, yeah. So it's just like, hey, now that they're all the same company, it's like WB has their. We all know they love their Saudi oil daddies, so they have to go over there and do that. And then now they're doing this, and it's just like, I don't know. It's like, I like UFC. I like I like MMA, but then like wrestling is separate, and I just feel like, again, they kept them separate for a long time, but now they're starting to run them as like the same. It's like it's just combat sports. They've just lumped WWE into the big combat sports umbrella, and I'm not a fan of like how things are going, to be quite honest.
I'm with you.
Makes sense.
It's good.
But so you're talking about, WrestleMania going back to Vegas. What do you think about them pulling it from New Orleans?
I think Steve froze.
Frozen?
I think he froze on us.
I felt like he was intently listening to my question there.
It's either that or he's screwing us right now, and is like, what? Now he's frozen. I'll pull him off until he unfreezes himself. So I was gonna ask him, like, I'm with him. Like, there he is.
Ooh,
Right, we'll bring you
shit.
back. There you are. You unfrozen now, buddy. You're good. Maybe not. Can you hear us now, Steve-O?
Okay,
Are we frozen?
I'm back.
There
I'm
it
back.
is.
I'm back. Yeah, I was.
We should have been completely silent and screwed with him and made him think we couldn't hear him, think something was on his audio.
No. We had some wind and some rain here in Pittsburgh, so it's just like Wi-Fi gets a little spotty when that happens. So yeah,
So
sorry
Justin's
about that.
question was, what do you think about them pulling it from New Orleans?
I think they made such a big deal about it, and The Rock comes out there and is like, "Hey, we're heading down to get some gumbo," and "Hey, New Orleans, we're coming down," and then it's just they pull it from New Orleans because, again, they want. They were like, we made so much money from WrestleMania being in Vegas. Let's do that again. Let's make more money. Let's do this again. Let's do another. Let's run it back, so to speak. And
But Vegas
then
isn't even a front runner now.
yeah, look, I just think they're gonna move it back to Vegas. Maybe, I don't know, but like the biggest thing for me is like, did you see the date for the Money in the Bank that's gonna be in New Orleans in
No.
August?
August.
August. I don't know. Maybe it slipped my mind. There's another big PLE that's usually in August called SummerSlam.
Wow.
Hmm.
Now see,
So
I
now
heard they were gonna do it in Vegas again, but there's something else the week prior, and they're not gonna have time to set everything up for Vegas. I think they should have just left well enough alone and let them go back there. WrestleMania 30 seemed like it did okay.
yeah,
That's where it was. Let it go. Let them do it down there again. I'm a little pissed because we were going to road trip to New Orleans this year to see it. But now we're not going to do that because who the hell knows? I also heard Indianapolis is a possibility as well. But
yeah. I would say at this point, Indy works, and Indy works for me because that's a pretty easy drive from Pittsburgh.
we'll pick you up on the way.
Yeah, yeah, pretty smooth drive from Pittsburgh to Indy. But yeah, it's just because they said, well, Indy, you guys can get a Rumble and a Mania and something else. So then they gave them the Rumble. So maybe they might be trying to get their obligation to Indy out of the way. And it's like, okay. And then like, look, I know people who went to the Rumble in Indy and they was like, I mean, look, if you've never been to Indianapolis, Indianapolis is a fantastic city. There's a reason why they host Final Fours and the Indianapolis 500 and things like that. Indianapolis as a host city is amazing. Like the downtown is about as big as the palm of your hand, so it's easy to get to. The arenas are all right down there. It's an amazing place. It's a reason why they host so many things. So like big ups to Indy because it's like Indy's one of my low key underrated like cities in America. Um, but yeah, so like I said, my thing is like they made such a big deal about it, and then now it's kind of messing up because it's like I feel like now I got used to, hey, the Rumbles in January, WrestleMania's at the end of March or early April, SummerSlam's in August, Survivor Series is in November. It's been like that,
Years.
and now it's not gonna be like that anymore.
Yeah.
Because I don't see how like I don't see how you're gonna have SummerSlam what first week of August, second week of August, or like have it at the end of August, and then like Money in the Bank, like it's ridiculous. It's like I don't know.
Too
I'm a
much.
creature of habit, and I'm just used to how things go. It's like you have WrestleMania, and then after WrestleMania, you have Money in the Bank, and then you build the Money in the Bank person, maybe the SummerSlam or like whatever. And now everything's just getting thrown off because it's like for who knows because it's like they promised the people in New Orleans a big pay-per-view. And look, I'm not sure if they're going to still have Money in the Bank in the Superdome. They probably could. I mean, because people love Money in the Bank, but now, like, I mean, the Pelicans played next door in the Smoothie King Center.
And that's
They
probably where
might,
it's going to be.
and that's probably where it's gonna, that's probably where it's gonna be now. You know,
Because
because like you can put WrestleMania in the Superdome, but Money in the Bank,
we're not going to sell enough tickets for that.
no.
No way. You better have some big ass things going on if you're trying to sell out the Superdome
They better be
for.
cheap ass fucking tickets.
Well,
Yeah,
that
I mean,
too.
yeah, that too. I mean, because it's just you can't charge. But see, this is what UFC like. Again, they'll sell the weekend, and that's what they've been doing now. We talked about it earlier. It's like they'll be like, "Hey, we're selling. We're gonna have an NXT show on Sunday. We're gonna have this on Saturday. We're gonna have this. We're gonna do this, and Raw's gonna be there on Monday. So it's like it's not just Money to Bank. It's the whole weekend. Please come spend like $8,000.
I
And
hope,
that
and
was part of that deal too, I think. New
this
Orleans
just hit
is
me.
getting everything that weekend.
Yeah,
This just hit me too. I hope they don't try to split Money in the Bank into two nights where the women's Money in the Bank match is on Saturday and the men's is on Sunday or vice versa.
oh, jeez. Oh,
So do you
Just
think that's replacing SummerSlam?
no, it can't. How do you replace SummerSlam and Money in
you
the Bank?
cannot replace SummerSlam. SummerSlam's one of the big four. Like you just, but then again, I don't know.
You
It's
never know.
just you never know.
There's too
But
much content right now.
again, it's like so. Then does that mean like so? Is SummerSlam going to be
But they can't
before Money in the
because
Bank? Is it going to be after? That's my big question. It's like, is SummerSlam going to be in July? Is it going to be in September? Is it going to be end of SummerSlam? I mean, like what are we doing here? Like,
You can't do
I don't know.
SummerSlam in September. Summer's over at that point. Yeah, it's not
Exactly.
silly.
So they like like summer's over slam. Like I mean,
Yeah.
like
they've already promised Minnesota SummerSlam next year.
mhm.
Yes.
Yep. So yeah,
I mean,
MetLife
that
this
was
year, and
supposed to be
then
the
Minnesota.
first 2-night one, and they changed that already.
Yeah, and then so then like so then it comes back to again, they are prepping us for, I believe, we're gonna have SummerSlam in Jeddah or Riyadh somewhere, and I think
It's gonna happen.
I think I think that's what they're setting us up for, because they're being they're like, hey, Money in the Bank's gonna be in August, and it's like so. Yeah, I think we're gonna get that year. SummerSlam is gonna be on Fight Island or whatever like that. So it's gonna be over there. That's my guess.
So here's the question though. What do they replace the June PLE with?
I don't know. They
Because
use the Great American Bash name for NXT, which that would be a good like Bash at the Beach. I don't know. I don't whatever.
yeah.
They'll do something. They'll do a clash. They'll do a clash When all else fails, do a Clash.
Yeah,
So it'd be Clash wherever, somewhere in your Clash, fill in the European city here. They'll do a Clash.
you're right. I don't know. I don't like how much content they're putting out. We don't get to breathe in between these things.
Hmm.
It's just a constant. And I know it's about the money, but come
Oh
on,
yeah.
guys! Like it's just too much. And the wrestlers got to be tired of it too. Like it used to be your PLEs, all your big names were on them, and now you'll be lucky if you get half of the roster on one card.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah.
not right. It's not fair to them. So I understand Triple H wanted to give these people more time off, but your big PLEs, Saturday main event ain't it. So
It's not. It's not. But again, it's like they're becoming like the fight nights, but then they're trying to sell them as like this is a big event, this is a big deal, and it's like it's on Peacock, and there were 47 minutes of commercials.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
on NBC, and it was just like, no, it's not a big deal. It's no different than watching any other TV show that comes on NBC on a Saturday night.
And see, that's weird. That's the funny part because the first one that came on, I was all hyped up about like I'm gonna watch Saturday Night Main Event,
Mhm.
and I logged into my Peacock app on my smart TV, and then they showed commercials. Like, wait, what the fuck is this?
Hmm.
And I think it was Justin was like, "Yo, this is on NBC too. It's like Monday Night Raw." I'm like, "Well, fuck." I was thinking it was going to be like a PLE. It killed it for me right
No,
there.
no. I
So
mean, and it was awful. It was like the pace. It was like, okay, okay, boys and girls, everybody gets 8 minutes, no more, no less. Go out there and cook. You get 8 minutes
yeah,
because we have to pay bills and we got to show all these commercials. And again, it was Saturday Night Raw.
yeah. Saturday Night SmackDown, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
It was just a
yeah,
glorified episode of TV.
yeah.
Yep.
Not like I said, nothing special and unique about it. It is just another show. And it's sad because like they could, that was the thing. That's what they sold us at first. Like like I said earlier, Saturday it's a special thing, and now it's not special, and it's diluting the product, and it's a shame because you don't have to do this. It's just wrestling is hot right now, and when you do things like this, you cool off because people like, oh man, I can't keep up with all the wrestling. It's like it's just people get fatigued of it, and
Mhm.
you don't want fatigue to set in because when fatigue sets in, then apathy sets in, and then nobody cares, and then it's like then you're back to where you were in the first place when you had Kermit the Frog hosting fucking Raw. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're gonna go back to that. It's just,
They've done it once.
and I
It's
can just
called
see them.
ruthless aggression.
Yeah. Jeez, it's unnecessary. Is That's the thing for me? It's unnecessary bullshit that like now I'm losing my bandwidth here. It's like it's just it's it is it's ridiculous because I feel like if left to his own devices, Triple H would do things a little bit different. But when real life seeps in and you have a board of directors to answer to and you have and it's all about like I think again maybe I'm stupid because maybe Triple H is just going right along with it, but I feel like if left to his own, if he could truly run this company the way he would like to, I think things would be different, the spacing and something, and it wouldn't be all about like let's just try to get a bunch of money and ads, like 17 ads in the ring and all this stuff like that. It's just, I don't know.
Triple H is a genius when it comes to this shit. They should have just left well enough alone and let him run the creative part and have been done. But unfortunately, you're right, Steve. It's all money, and we need to maximize as much income as possible. So it's
That's
such a
why
shame.
Logan Paul's getting title shots.
That's
Yeah,
why Logan Paul's
you're
getting the
right.
title shot. This is why The Rock comes because it's like, I look, I've been on The Rock's ass since, the Pat McAfee stuff, whatever like that. And deservedly so. It's like because it's like he can't wait to tell you, hey, this is all fake, guys. You understand? Like I was just talking to Cody Rhodes the other day. Like this is not real, guys. He loves to go out of his way to tell you how unreal and how predetermined this is. And again, look, The Rock didn't do it himself, but it's like the higher ups, Ari Emanuel, like, hey, we're not selling enough tickets for this PLE. We rock the your mind kind of injecting yourself into this stuff like that. And that alone is the problem with this company in current state. It's just like, look, do you think that they sold out Rogers Center because I don't know. It was a big time like event. It was gonna sell out anyway, but and just for the fact that it's like it was WrestleMania and you build up and then it's just like, oh no, I'm shooting a movie. Have a good one, guys.
Yeah,
This it's like, hey guys, don't get mad. It's fake. Peace.
yeah. My part was done. Yeah, you made your money. You walked away.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Killing
all
the
right.
fucking business doing that. Kayfabe is dead.
Yes,
That's
it
it.
is.
All right. Before we roll out of here, I want to promote. We'll start promoting this right now. This coming Tuesday night. I think we settled on 8 o'clock. We're going to do another crossover Money in the Bank preview show with all of us at the Executives View and NDT. Steve, you excited? I love these shows when we do with you guys.
Oh yeah. It's just I always look forward to the crossover shows because it's just like it's fun. It's fun just to kind of like have like a nice battle royale of opinions and stuff like that, and it's cool. And then we all make fun of Sirius, so that's all fun too. Like we all so it's
I
always
have to
fun.
make sure I sleep that day.
I'm
I gotta be
hoping
rested for that one. They go forever. Whew.
Oh boy.
I'm going to put the disclaimer out there. I am a Knicks fan, and I hope Barry joins us and that the Knicks don't somehow miraculously make it into the NBA Finals by Tuesday. Because he won't join us if that's going on.
No,
So
no, of course
their,
not.
their season's over. It's a shame because they just bombed. They just blew it. But whatever.
I mean, they had to use everything they had to win the last series.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, they had nothing left.
I think they
Yeah,
got overconfident when they beat the Celtics. Like, oh, it's a walk to the finals now. And I said this from the beginning: no one's beating the Thunder, so it don't matter who the hell wins the East. No one's beating OKC. So,
they're a damn machine.
yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So,
Uh,
all right. Well, if you guys got anything else for me, or we want to get the hell out of here,
I need to go to sleep.
yes,
no,
you
I'm
do,
good.
Steve-O. Thanks for joining us, man. I appreciate your time. Folks, don't forget Monday night, Justin and I will be live 7 p.m. for the variety show. And then on Tuesday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be live with the Executives View Money in the Bank preview. We will put up a couple posts about that leading up to it so everybody can be prepared and tune in. So, you guys got anything else? Justin, what do you got for us, man?
Going the hell to bed. Later.